Hello there, and welcome to the General Chat Podcast. Today, I'm Andrew, joined by James and Dave.
Hello.
Hello.
And we are going to be talking about how we got this whole podcast thing started. By the way, if you want the link to our Spotify channel, it's in our bio. So if you want to listen it through there, it's right in our bio. You check that out. Now, all right, we're going to be talking about, this is going to be a bit of a bonus episode, so don't mind if it's a little bit awkward, but you're getting 3 episodes in 1 week. So, David, I want you to start talking about, how we got this whole thing started, because you are the one who started it.
The man with the plan.
Exactly, the man himself.
I wouldn't say I had much of a plan, but
That's certainly true.
it was an idea, wasn't it? It was a thought that came into my head one day. I was actually going through. I was in a Discord server. It might have been the r/teenagers Discord server, and I don't usually go into Discord servers at all. I stay away from those kind of things. But like there was voice chats on the server, and they were actually pretty active. So it's like, I'm bored, so why not join one? So I joined one of the voice chats, and it was, I don't want to say negative, but it was filled with people that was just talking about negative things, and people who are just not very happy about their situation in life, or about what they are doing at that moment.
That's most teenagers for you.
I was about to say I'd describe that best as the kind of funeral atmosphere.
Yeah, it's just doom and gloom everywhere you look, isn't it? And I thought that there's got to be something I can do, because I don't know, it bothered me seeing all these people all depressed, and so I've been actually listening to quite a few podcasts recently. They're mostly about football, but podcasts nonetheless. And the thought came into my head, why not? Why not do a podcast where it's just made by teenagers? Why not do it? And that's how the idea came from.
I actually didn't know that story.
Well, I kind of have the next step from that, since that's when I started to come in. So I think it was like a Thursday or Friday. I was on Teens Meet Teens, just kind of going through news since I had nothing better to do, and I suddenly saw this post which was very different from all the others, which just said, "Hey, I'm setting up a podcast and I need some people." And so I think it only literally had like 2 comments on it at the time. Like one of them was like the auto mods, and so I actually just straight up DM'd him, which ended up being David. And at that point, I was like, "Oh, hey, I'm actually interested in seeing what this is about." And I remember it so vividly. It was a situation where me and him, for like the rest of the night, were just in this single Discord call, just kind of batting back and forth ideas and desperately setting things up.
And Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob was also there. He was ahead of me. I'll give him that much.
No, Jacob, I remember Jacob. Jacob was the first ever person to No, actually, he wasn't. The first ever person to DM me on Reddit was this German guy. Don't know what he was doing. I just kind of left him there. Jacob was the second. Jacob was one that he did a lot of stuff on the first day, and then James wasn't the third person who messaged me. But I think what happened with James was, like, me and Jacob was going through everyone who was messaging us. And then Jacob was like, why not set up a forum where everyone can, like, just put it on there? So, yeah, that's a good idea. And then between the gap where I stopped looking at messages from the Reddit and started the forum, James joined. And then he joined the voice chat. And then I was just sitting there like, oh, should I get this guy to do the forum? No, I can't be asked. So I just left him there. And then that's how James ended up being on the podcast. It was chance, wasn't it? Everything was chance. Andrew being here was chance. James was being here. It was all, very, very rare.
Thank you for throwing that one segue to me. Now, me being here was quite the work of chance, pure chance, because I think it was a Thursday afternoon. It was like around around 6 p.m. here. I had 2 tests the next day. You know that one day you're sitting there, you should be studying, but you're not studying. You're not doing much of anything, and you're just like,
Yeah.
wow, I need to browse Reddit or Discord or check my DMs or something. And I was just in the Teens Meet Teens Discord server, and I just thought, let me go to the announcements channel because I haven't ever gone to there. And then Alexander was just there. Alexander is the Teens Meet Teens mod, and he posted there like the Teenagers podcast. We should go there and just make a podcast for teenagers. If you're interested, then message me or whatever, or just go to this link and do the application. And that
I was about to
application,
say, it's the application.
yeah, the application,
Yeah.
the application, the famous, the infamous and famous application,
The Google forum.
the Google Forums application, the one I did, and from there,
Oh no.
okay,
The thing about that one was that was a situation where when I first joined, it was, as David said, they were still kind of working on it. And the first thing that was asked was like, oh, hey, do you want to help us with this? So from 5 minutes in, I was fixing something.
yeah, because James is like that. He's the guy that fixes everything. Because without him, we have no order.
I prefer not to comment. Continue, Andrew.
Yeah, I know. David won't even comment because me and David, we are just, yeah. James fixes everything. He brings the order to this place. He brings the order, and I bring oh my god.
Andrew, you remember when we had a meeting without James?
Oh yeah, the one time we had a meeting without James, it was a mess. We
Oh,
spent
shit.
15 minutes. He spent 15 minutes discussing a topic that was already settled for. Yeah.
That was fucking bullshit.
But let me continue my little.
The best thing about that one is the fact that when I was given like the meeting minutes afterwards, it was the fact that I discovered not only had you already done that, it was the fact that the original one was the one I made.
Yeah, basically. But like, okay, so all right. Me there that Thursday afternoon, sitting in my kitchen because I usually study in the kitchen because it's the best lit place in my house, surprisingly so. I was studying there, I was sitting there, and I was answering the Google forums for the Teenagers podcast, and I was like, holy shit, what should I write? I'm gonna write about the one time I gave a speech when I was 9. And then I was like, what the fuck should I say? I don't want to sound like I'm bragging about my sick public speaking skills, you know. I you know. But,
No, actually, I remember. I distinctively remember reading Andrew's application, and
Yeah.
it stood out.
Yeah, like it certainly stood out, but it's kind of. I'll be completely honest with you. Like we were in the voice school, and this was back when like there was only like it was basically 5 of us in the Discord. I think it was me.
No, it was 6. It was 6. It was 6. I remember.
Yeah, it was me, you, Jacob,
And then
Alex, and
Pat.
then Pat was also there, and we were going through that, and I think we got on like 20 applications at that time, and like we were reading through it, and we were just like, "Ooh, boy, this guy's eager." And we kind of, we very much made a note of that, and that's how eventually we came to meet you.
yeah, but like I was just raising a random ass application, and then a few days later, Jacob, the man himself, the Siege player, he messages me, and he's like, "You've been invited to the general chat." No, it wasn't the general chat yet because I picked that one name, and everyone hated, but now everyone loved.
Oh no, it was like. What was it? It was like the teenagers.
It was Teenager
Thursdays, because we never upload on Thursdays, but we should be. So yeah,
Yeah. We do advertise.
We deliberately pretty much picked every day but Thursday.
we never do anything on Thursdays, but we had picked Thursdays. So yeah, that was epic. But like, anyways, fast forward a few days, and then the server is actually starting to be a thing. And on my interview, I remember I distinctly remember I had mentioned to my parents, like, Mom, Dad, I'm doing a podcast in English. I'm epic. Praise your son. Just like
just physically dabs.
Basically dabs in front of my parents because I'm doing a podcast in English because I'm not British, even though I sound like it. I'm actually from Brazil. Haha. As if I hadn't said that enough times to my
Got you.
And I feel like at this point you've just got like a checklist of things you need to say
Yeah,
in an
like-
episode. One of them is just mention Brazilian.
Yeah, like,
Tick.
I'm not
All of
actually
my
British.
catchphrases.
I'm actually not Brazilian. Sorry, I'm actually not British. I am Brazilian. You know,
British.
I'm not British.
British, Andrew.
British. But anyways, yeah.
Interview.
In my interview, I was just like, so what should I talk about? And then you lads started being all eager to talk to me, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? I wrote that application in like 5 minutes randomly in my kitchen. What the fuck am I so good at? You know?
No, it was the fact that I remember we were excited about you because, like, you know, compared to some of the other ones, it was like you were extremely promising, and we were just like, oh my god, we may actually have a competent person.
I'll walk you through the process of the interview. So it was me, James, and Jacob. We got together one night. It was around 8 for me, I think. And before the first interview, me and James were talking, and I could tell James was nervous. James was panicking, and you know what? I was too, because
Yeah, you want to know
we
why I
were
was
about
panicking? It was because I was having to build the questions last minute because you hadn't.
Anyway, moving on from that, because that was untrue. I actually prepared all the questions beforehand. Anyway, we were all nervous to do the interviews because we were about to, you know, get strangers and ask
And
them
I
questions.
was the first one to be interviewed because, like, everyone in the chat was like, I don't want to be interviewed first. And I was like, me, the one guy in class that raises his hand with the teacher's hand.
Was it you first?
I was the first. I was the first. I was the first.
Yeah, he is right. It was him first. It was.
Was
him
he the
first.
first?
Yeah, I was the
Yeah,
first.
he was.
I remember he was one of the. Really?
I was the
Yeah, he was-
the very first.
He was literally the first. I think we had like Pat came third. Crowley was like fifth.
My memory. No, I can't remember anything.
It's like I distinctly remember we had like a very promising first hour of like interviews since.
Oh yeah, the start was good. I can remember.
It's
that.
like we were trying to do the interviews 5 minutes each. Afterwards, though, that was a situation where we were starting to get tired,
Yeah.
and like people had been waiting at that point.
The
and
questions became half-hearted.
it started crumbling.
No, we still got some good people though in the second half. Don't say that. It was.
Oh yeah, we still got people like Crowley, Pat, Adam, Kian.
Yeah, in terms of interview, that was something I'm glad that we did. I'm really, really glad that we did that. And
Yeah, it's
hey,
gonna-
we even got Andrew.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
necessary
because
process.
I was like, when I joined, I was like, okay. When I wrote my application, I was like, Lamau, I doubt anyone is even gonna read this. But like, then
Oh no, trust me, we read through every single application.
and then as time went on, I became the admin there, and I don't have no clue how I'm here now as one of the three lads. I don't know.
Oh yeah, at that point we were giving everyone admins.
Oh yeah, it's like the roles are being thrown around.
Yeah.
Everyone was a fucking.
This then does segue pretty well into I guess what you could call the next major
Yeah,
event,
yeah.
which is the
The
purge.
purge and the server,
Yeah, that
the
was
siege player apocalypse.
so to define what happened there. It was basically a situation where, at that point, it had been like 3 weeks in from when we first started, and we hadn't done anything.
Wait.
I disagree. I
James,
beg to
James,
differ.
before you talk about the purge, you need to talk about the 1 week when me and you took on everything with like
Well,
sore eyes.
That is a part of the build up which I was getting to. So
No.
we had done stuff, but in terms of like an actual physical episode, there had barely been
We
anything.
recorded a trailer, and then AJ edited the trailer, and then we put out the trailer. The trailer was out by that point.
Yeah, and then there was nothing for a week. It was just pure
And then,
radio
no,
silence.
we recorded the first episode, and I can tell you exactly what happened. Big Jim,
Yeah. Oh my god.
one of our members, he saw the trailer. He then sent the trailer to me and then DM'd me saying, "Bro," but essentially saying that the trailer was bad. He said the editing of the trailer was bad, and I was just like, you know, that's something someone has worked on, and you've done basically fuck all. So I just told him not, you know, to be respectful towards said trailer. And then he then went on to say all these things like my editing is this, that, better. And then he then agreed to edit the first episode. So I then handed him the first episode and waited for it to be edited. And then
we waited.
we waited.
And we waited.
And we waited a little
later-
bit more.
I asked him, bro, how's the first episode going? My guy said, I got a new PC. Telling me for the past week he's done fuck all on the trailer, not even a single snip. And I then had to go and edit the first episode and the second episode, and essentially the third.
Yeah, and it was at this point that kind of we had the purge.
You need to talk
Which
about
was-
the week. Oh my god. Man.
The week, nothing went on the week. Just fuck.
Oh
all
no,
happened.
no. That is a lie. We had Andrew's right. We had me and him had but just kind of basically the night behind the curtain, which was
Yeah, like
in one night we figured out we fixed the audio. We put together
we put together
We
the
did the
whole
audio.
Discord server. We fixed the audio. We fixed the schedule, and we fixed the roles.
What audio?
we were like that's when we were originally like playing around with Audacity.
We were playing around with
figuring
the clap sync method, which we used to record the fourth episode right now. So not this one, but the one we just recorded. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
And this eventually led to, as I said, the the purge. And at that point, it was we had to do a thing where we collected everyone who was active, everyone who was actually doing something,
I think I just put at all game voice chat. That was about it.
and then the purge commenced.
Yeah,
We probably kicked like
15. It was 15.
15
It was
people.
it was about 50% of the. It was like 50%
Of the entire population.
Yeah, we had like 40 people. We ended up with like what 16 maybe.
No. We ended up with still a good amount, like 20 something.
I don't
No,
know.
we
I don't
had-
remember.
We had about. I think we had about 50 people when we first started. Then, due to people leaving on their own account,
Yeah.
we got down to about, I want to say, about 43.
I don't want to
Yeah,
say 43.
I-
It wasn't as much as 43. There was not 43. Trust me, there
I
was
think
not 40.
38. That's a number we can settle for.
Yeah, around that. And
And
then,
that's when we did the purge.
Yeah.
what can I say? Big Jim was such a piss take. And then I was just like, I think we then held like a kind of a meeting.
Yeah, we had what I called the emergency production.
Yeah,
meeting,
you know
which
when
was-
you know when you find a dead body and you press the button. Yeah, we had that one meeting.
No, it was basically the
body
Okay.
purged.
it was basically a situation of we haven't done shit in a week. We need to make up for this. So in about one night, we edited a full episode, recorded another one, and got
Did
kind
we
of the
edit
first
an
thing out.
episode? What episode did we edit?
We started editing the first.
Yeah, Andrew edited the first episode.
No.
first-
The first teaser. Oh, then we recorded the teaser of the teaser. Just like the preview for the first episode. If you saw that, you're OG.
I remember we recorded 2 episodes that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was where we had. That was kind of the first. We did if I remember correctly, that's where we did the first episode with you, me, David, and AJ, where we had like the chair story.
No.
I don't know. But like,
That was before. No, because the night we recorded, Andrew wasn't there and AJ wasn't there. The night we had a meeting, Andrew wasn't at the recording and AJ wasn't
oh
at the
yeah,
recording.
because I was.
We recorded
my
episode 2
God.
and we recorded episode 3.
Remember that because I was relationship affairs. But anyways,
That's another check.
Can I just say, Andrew shouted out his girlfriend in the first episode.
oh my god, do we have to talk about that? Oh my god.
And his girlfriend then proceeded to get mad at him, not because he shouted him out, because
It's just a lot of this. Let me interrupt you there because a lot has been going on, and it's not like she's mad at me, but like it's just a lot that's been going on with Natalie, and let's just forget that and move on, please.
Leave it as it is.
Leave it as it is. if she's listening to this, yeah, just leave it as it
Probably
is.
Okay.
But aside from that, it's like, I think it's very important to to anyone who is listening to say, for as as dramatic as it all sounds, things are a lot more stable now, and we've been, it is. Considering what this originally was, where I kind of remember that first night where it was me, David, and Jacob just all in a all in a dingy little voice call, to now, we have people like Hoodie who is doing, really talented special art for
it shows
every
the
single
journey's
episode.
not perfect.
We've got multiple people working on multiple things. We've gone from taking a week to do what basically a trailer and a single episode to now, we're doing 3 episodes
Three
a week.
episodes
That's
in one single week, and this one is the third. Like, we are pumping out shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's the progress.
It shows very much that the journey's not perfect, but you find valuable things along the way, because one would argue without the week that we did fuck all, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, because
yes, it would have been very...
that one week
Exactly.
you had a whole thing with your family, and I had a whole thing with mine, and then me and James, we just sat together and just like, okay, I don't want to put the bullet in the brain, so let's just try and fix this. And then after that
And,
moment, we got together and we did it.
And
Yeah,
without that, we wouldn't have Hoodie. We wouldn't have
Yeah,
that was-
exactly.
amazing people.
to me, the big tipping points was when we had the big meeting with everyone there, and we had the delete talk, which was basically in that. I don't know if you guys fully remember this bit, but it was when we were all in that voice call. So it was everyone. It was us, AJ, Crowley, Colby, Keaton, David, everyone.
AJ, Andrew.
Yeah, I already said you guys.
I'm already
but-
here. Come on, don't forget me that easily.
But it was when that happened. We had, I kind of announced to everyone, right, let's make a call right here. We haven't done anything a week. Are we just going to put the bullet in the head before we get started? And
then
it was quite.
And then we had
It was quite
whole
inspiring.
like everyone had their own speech about how we shouldn't fucking end the podcast. And like I talked about a whole bunch of things, and AJ stepped in, and she was like, she had just come out of a whole situation with her mental health state. I won't mention it here because but like she had been going through something, and then she came out and just fixed everything. And like, yeah, props to her actually. If AJ, I know you're listening to this, congratulations to you.
You know that one scene in Endgame,
Yeah,
where
kind of
it
the
was
speech
like
thing.
everyone was going through these big
Yeah, the
massive
forces.
holes,
Yeah,
and everyone was coming together. It was kind of like
it was
that,
kind of like
everyone was
that,
fixed their,
actually.
everyone has fixed their problems, and everyone was like kind of committing.
Like,
Well, I think it was a big situation where, for like, before we had that meeting, me and Andrew were kind of saying to ourselves, we want to do stuff, we just don't know what's happening.
yeah, like
And so
we had zero, and I repeat, 0 messages in the chats, all the chats, for 5 days. And then I wrote a big ass message with James, and it was like, what the hell is happening? And that's literally how I started the message. James remembers, like, what the hell is going on? What the hell are we doing?
no, it's like I remember clearly. It was, we were both sat there in like our DMs and just like editing this one message because we were like, we don't want to come off as like too imposing. We don't want to like get this wrong.
Wait, that message was like edited by both of you.
Oh yeah, that was like fully choreographed.
It was us both. It was us both. We choreographed
That took us like a good 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I thought it was just Andrew going on a rant.
Oh no, that was like,
it was like
I was surprised. I was surprised by the grammar actually,
yeah, that,
because I was like, if Andrew wrote this in a rush, he's getting good at English.
Shut up! As if I weren't good enough, you bad. Oh, you're the one who doesn't capitalize anything. Anyone that rolls, James had to capitalize them all.
it's well, I think it's...
Oh yeah, I didn't put capitalize.
No, you didn't do it
I
properly.
couldn't be asked. I couldn't be asked.
Exactly. Oh, then I'm the one who's bad at English.
Exactly.
I'm the only non-native English speaker here. Anyways.
It's just like it was a special occasion when I discovered that because we had back when we were fixing the Discord, we added like a bunch of emojis just for the lols, and it's like suddenly the banhammer emoji was very useful.
Yeah, exactly, man. Oh man, those sounds were great. But like, everyone was kind of going through a lot, and we just sat down in front of everyone, and we just like, are we doing fuck all, or are we doing this right? And we just did it right. It was nice.
Yeah, and it's kind of we've made the progress to kind of prove for it. So just by checking the channel right now, we are currently sitting at 69 subscribers.
Nice.
69 subscribers.
And
How much views out of interest?
We're currently sitting at 840.
840.
It's all right.
Very
That's
round.
all right.
Not that bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, moving on from that, that was us talking about the past and how we got hit. Now, we're going to talk about how we are going to progress. So, in terms of
we
schedule,
have a few minutes left to this episode, so might as well talk about the future.
yeah,
we kind of move on from the reminiscing of dingy Discord servers and
and poor
let's
capitalization.
talk about good things. Yes, okay. No need, Andrew. The future.
The future of the General Chat podcast. What are we holding on for the future of the General Chat podcast? Because
let's start with the posting
major thing-
schedule. Yeah.
The major thing is that it's how we actually branch out from. So at the moment, we have a bunch of lovely people on our actual Discord server, but it's all been internalized. It's all been kind of, everyone who's been on has been from the server. And we are slowly building up to the point where we will be able to kind of open the doors, if you will, and invite people from outside in.
And one thing that if we want to do that is obviously like the clicks on YouTube and with the other ones. So we have constructed essentially a product line where we post at a steady pace, not too fast, not too slow, at Wednesdays and Sundays, and there might be a little bonus episode every in between.
Yeah,
should we just put? No, should we just put the bonus episode on the Thursday just for the
sake of giving the Thursdays something? Because this was supposed to be the Teenager Thursdays. We need to give the Thursdays something.
And one thing we can talk about is our schedule right now is every 4 episodes we're gonna have one where it's just me, James, and Andrew talking about all kinds of shit. But
it's the bonus.
And
it's the lads.
Bonus episode, clap.
And one thing we want to add to this episode is we want to get a guest in. So if you're interested, or
I'm lonely. Please hit me up if you're interested.
No, it's not like that. It's if you want to be a guest, just
listen here, everyone. Just our man David is firmly single and he's looking for life.
Fuck off, James. But yeah, if you are interested in just coming on, just join us.
Find a way.
Just for one episode.
For one episode. If you have some interesting story, come on and join us. Don't be afraid. We don't bite. Contrary to popular belief, we don't hate everyone. So please join us.
But if you're interested,
please, everyone.
There will be a link in the description which you can click on and apply for it. But yeah.
Don't worry, everyone. We've only committed one major purge.
Yeah, one major purge and one siege player genocide. So please.
It'll be fine.
Be fine.
Yeah, it's kind of as worthy mentioning. I think it's very important that this is just a very personal thing, but to just go through everyone who has been along all the way. So obviously, there's us three: Andrew, James, David. I've got we have to say thank you to Hoodie, Kian, Adam, Colby, Joe, AJ, Alex, Crowley, Hobbs, John Mark, Oscar, Pink Sync, and Sherlock.
Not to forget
I don't-
ASMR Trump, please. Come on.
That's his alt. Don't
Go
worry.
away, go away,
That's-
go away, go
ASMR Trump
away.
is David's alt account.
For when you guys do hopefully listen to this from just kind of the three of us, and I appreciate we can sometimes be a bit secretive, just thank you. Really.
No, really.
This is a team effort.
From the bottom of our hearts, and I'm not talking about mine solely. Everyone here, thank you, like a lot, because we're starting off, and the feedback you guys have given us is just fantastic right from the start. So, like, please, this is not destined to fail. Your life is destined to fail. So, yeah, I'm just. I had to.
We're all doomed to death.
I had to.
For context, on our first episode, one absolute gentleman commented, "This is destined to fail," and
And then
then
coming in from the left side.
And so this one
and then
gentleman.
Andrew fucking killed him.
This gentleman commented on a very nice comment on our first episode. He said, "This is destined to fail." And I, being me, I said, "No, like your life? That's destined to fail." You know.
Can I have like one more exposure when I own up? I actually know that person,
Oh dear God.
and you remember in the first episode when we were talking about social hierarchies?
Yeah.
He may or may not have been one of the people that played Brawl Stars.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
no.
the floor kid.
He's the one who plays Brawl Stars on the floor. Oh my god.
May or may not be. I'm
The
neither
floor kid.
admitting or denying. Moving swiftly on.
In order to save David's social life.
Moving. No one really cares anyway. It's fine. But moving swiftly on. I'd like to talk about what you guys think about, like, basically the listeners' feedback. And again, it's going to be linked in a bio. But here we want to, improve every single episode. And one thing we want to have is your feedback. And if you be kind enough to comment or don't comment something mean. Or
If
you'll
you
get
comment
killed
something
by-
mean, I'll destroy you.
No, actually, I'll take that back. You can comment things mean, but with reason.
Yeah.
You know-
No, you can do. You please give us negative feedback. It's just as important as
Yeah,
positive
exactly.
feedback. Like, just don't be an ass. Like,
Constructive criticism.
constructive criticism. That's a word.
Oh, it's 2 words, but go on.
Fuck off.
And you're really good at English. aren't
Shut up. I learned it by myself.
you?
But either
It's
way.
actually really impressive how you.
The
learned it.
major thing which these two have failed to mention just now is, since this is going to be episode 5 and we're now feeling a lot more confident, we are proud to announce that the applications for this podcast
And he dies. And he dies. And he dies.
And he's gone.
And James is gone.
And it's gone.
He's simply gone. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a clip. But anyways, David, continue his speech.
That's why James is the guy that controls everything, because we don't remember things like that. But kindly reminded by James, because we are on more solid ground now. We are going to open up the application form for the podcast again. So if you are not interested in being a guest, but you are interested in joining our team permanently, or as permanent as you want,
Like,
please go ahead to the description again, and you can do the same exact forum that Andrew did.
yeah, the one
And,
where I did in my kitchen. If I did it in my kitchen in 5 minutes, you can do it. Come on.
If Andrew can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Andrew, no offense.
Fuck me. Oh my god. But anyways.
And on that note, if you would like to listen to this episode or other episodes, there is a playlist for that in our channel. If you want to listen it in the background, you can listen to it on the Spotify. And yeah, On that note, that's going to be it.
That's going to be it
This
for
is-
tonight. So, thank you very much for staying around to the end. I mean, sadly, James couldn't be here because his internet decided to kill him. But like, we have to wrap it up either way. So, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart and everyone in the podcast team's heart. Thank you very much for staying around here. This was Andrew.
This has been David.
And this was the General Plan Podcast. I'll speak for James. This was James, the weatherman. So
No. You gotta say it with a British accent. Say it with a Wales accent.
This was James, the weatherman. This was James. Yeah. I'll wrap it up the episode for today. Good man. I'll see you, lads. Thank you very much. Peace out.